I will teach you a wonderful technique of solving problems related to age quickly. Very fast you will be able to do all the problems relating to age. First I'll do it by a longer method, that is normal method. Then I'll teach you the trick of doing it very fast. Right? Now let us see. The age of the father 3 years ago was 7 times the age of his son. At present, the father's age is 5 times that of his son. What are the present ages of father and son? You need to know 3 things: old, gap, and new. You need to know 3 things. I repeat again: old, gap, and new. 3 years ago, age of the father was 7 times that of his son. Father, son. So the ratio was 7:1. At present, the age is 5 times that of his son. So the gap is 3 years. So the gap is of 3 years, and the new ratio is 5 times. 5:1. You need to know these 3 things. What was the age? Old ratio of age, the gap, and the new ratio of age. Right? Now, if we take this as 7x:1x, then it means 7x upon 1x, that is the age 3 years ago. By adding 3 to both the ages, we get the present age ratio, which is 5:1. So this is the old age of father plus 3, gap of 3 years. This is the old age of the son plus 3 gives us new ages of father, new ages of son, and their ratio is 5:1. Now you need to solve x with this equation. Your cross multiply it. 7x plus 3 is equal to 5 into 1x plus 3. So this becomes 7x plus 3 is equal to 5x plus 15. So this becomes 7x minus 5x is equal to 15 minus 3. So this becomes 2x is equal to 12. X becomes 6. So the old age is how much? 7x:1x. Multiply this by 6. So this becomes 7 6 are 42. 1 6 are 6. Gap of 3 years. New ages are 45 and 9. And if you see, the ratio is 5:1. So it is asking present ages of father and son, 45 and 9. Now here you see we have taken and we have did lot of calculation for solving x. This x you can solve very fast and save your time. I'll tell you how. This is the long way of doing it. Got my point? Now I'm telling you the short way. Straight away you can find x. How come? X is equal to, take the difference of new ages, 5 minus 1, new ratio, and multiply it with time gap into 3. And in the bottom, do the cross multiplication and take the difference, the cross multiplication, that is 7 into 1 minus 5 into 1. So you get 4 into 3 in the numerator, denominator 7 minus 5, 2. So 2 and 4 gets cancelled and you get 6. The same 6 you have got. Now you multiply 6 with 7 and 1, you will get old ages. Add 3 to them, you get your new ages. And you can see the ratio is also fine. So this way, instead of doing it by a longer method, you can straight away find out X like this, and thereafter the story is very easy. I'll do one more problem for you. Look, I'll first write the three things: old, ratio, gap, and new ratio. At present, the age of father is 5 times that of the age of his son. 3 years hence, he is talking 3 years, gap is 3 years. So the old ratio is the present age, and father is 5 times the age of his son, so 5:1. 3 years hence, the father would be 4 times his son. It will become 4:1. Find present age of father and son. Very easy. Find out X. How come? Take the difference. I am writing it. You can do it orally. Multiply with gap. Divide with cross multiplication. Difference of cross multiplication. 5 into 1 minus 4 into 1. So you get 9 upon 1. So 9. So what is the old ratio? Old ages. Multiply this. You will take it as a x and x. Now you multiply 45:9. So 45 and 9 are their present ages. Because old is present and new is future. Present is old and new is future. I think the idea is very clear. Let us take one more. Now you can see how fast we are doing it. 3 years hence. So present is old, then gap, then new. Yes or no? 3 years earlier. The present is not old. It is present is past. 3 years earlier, the father was 7 times as old as his son. 7:1. Father and son, the ratio is 7:1. 3 years hence. So this is 3 and this is 3. Gap, present, let present be in between. So past and present, the difference is 3. And present and new, future, the difference is again 3. This is future. So here it is saying 3 years earlier. Here it is saying 3 years hence. So the difference or the gap becomes 6 years. Father will be 4 times the age of his son. So the new ratio will be 4:1. Now what you will do? You will multiply this with x and then you will solve x. So x is equal to, you remember, difference of this 4 minus 1 into gap. Gap is 6 upon cross multiplication. 7 into 1 minus 4 into 1. So you get 3 into 6 and in the denominator 7 minus 4 which is 3. So it becomes 6. X becomes 6. So what you get? Past age is 7 6 are 42 and 1 into x 6. After 3 years, present age will become 45 and this will become 9. 3 years hence, the age of father will be 48 and the age of the son will be 12. This ratio you can see is 4:1 and this ratio you can see is 7:1. What are the present ages of father and son? Present age is 45 and 9. So with this technique, whatever type of the question examiner may ask, you can always do it. You need to know old ratio, gap, new ratio. Old, gap, new. And 3 types of figures can be there. Past age, present age, future age. Let us take another example. I think now you are getting it very fine. The age of man 4 times that age of his son. 5 years ago. So old is past. Past is old. 5 years ago, 5 years, gap. And 5 years ago, the man was 9 times as old as his son. And present is new. I am writing all this. You need not write this. You can write this in your mind and straight away solve the question. I write it because you understand, so that you people can understand. 5 years ago, the gap is 5 years. The man was 9 times as old as his son, 9:1. The age of man is 4 times that of his son at present. Age is 4:1. Now you need to multiply old with x and then solve. X in the numerator. Difference 4 minus 1 is 3. Straight away you can write 3. Multiplied by the gap 5. Then cross multiply and deduct. They take the difference 9 into 1 minus 4 into 1. So you get 3 into 5 upon 5. So x is 3. So past age is 9 3s are 21, 9 into 3 times. 21, 1 into 3 times. 3, gap is 5. So current is 26. The gap is 3. Sorry, this I did a mistake. 9 3s are 27. And gap is 5. So you get 27 plus 5, 32. 5 plus 3, 8. Now you can see the ratio is 4:1. How fast you can do it? You have at least saved 45 seconds, 50 seconds in doing such problems. Straight away you can find x. You can do it orally. Now I will not be writing everything. I will be just writing minimum things. After 5 years, the age of father will be thrice the age of his son. Gap, I am not writing gap. I am just writing 5 years. Will be 3 times the age of his son. 3:1. 5 years ago. So 5 years ago. He was 7 times as old as son. 7:1. So here is present in between. 5 years ago it was 7:1. 5 years hence it will be 3:1. So the total gap is 5 plus 5, 10. What are their present ages? No problem. Straight away solve x. X is equal to 3 minus 1 into gap. Gap here is 10. Upon cross multiply 7 into 1 and 1 into 3. 7 into 1 minus 1 into 3. So you get 2 into 10 upon 4. So 2. So this is 5. So this age will become 5. 7 5s are 35. 5. I'll take the other color. I do it slightly slowly that you people can understand it. But when you are doing on your own, you can be fast. 5 7s are 35. 5 1s are 5. We add 5 years, we get present age 40 and 10. We add another 5 years, we get future age 45 and 50. Now you can see here the ratio is 3:1. Here the ratio is 7:1. So how fast you can do? You may not write many things in between. Now let us see. 10 years ago, Sita mother was 4 times older than her daughter. So 10 years ago, 4:1. After 10 years, now here is a gap of 10 years. Then is present and then gap of 10 years. The mother will be twice as old as daughter, 2:1. What is the present age of Sita? Your daughter's age you need to know. Straight away solve x. X is equal to, again I am writing everything. You can ignore many things. 10 plus 10 difference is 20. Cross multiply 4 into 1 minus 1 into 2. So you get 1 into 20. 4 minus 2, 2. It is 10. So multiply these figures with 10. 40 and 10. After 10 years, at present 50 and 20. Then after 10 years, in future it will be 60 and 30. So the present age of Sita, that is daughter, is 20. Here is the answer, 20. So now have you understood? So easy to solve it. Just you should know 3 things. Old, gap, new. And formula for x is equal to difference of new multiplied by gap, and in denominator difference of cross multiplication of old and new. This is the formula to find out x. Multiply old figures with x to get old ages. Thereafter add the difference to get new ages. I think the idea is very clear. Let us do one more problem. 1 year ago, the ratio between Samir and Ashok age was 4:5. 4:5. Old. 1 year hence. Now there is a gap of 1 year. Then it is present. And again there is a gap of 1 year. And then it is new. And 1 year hence the ratio of their ages will be 5:4. What is the sum of their present age? You need to know the present. First of all, you find out x. Difference of new. Difference of new is 5 minus 4, that is 1. And the gap of ages. Gap is 1 plus 1, 2 upon difference of cross multiplication. 4 4s are 16. 5 5s are 10. This is not possible. There is something wrong in the question, because 1 year ago the ratio was 4:1, 4:5. Samir is small and Ashok is elder. But after 1 year their ages will be 5:4. Samir will become older and Ashok will become smaller. It is wrong. Why I got it? Because 4 4s are 16 and 5 5s are 25. I am getting the answer in negative. So there is a problem with the question. The answer is none. Not possible. Clear? Here there is a problem with the question. 10 years ago, A was half the age of B. A was half the. So A and B, 10 years ago, it is 1:2. B is twice A. If the ratio at present, this is 10 years, so the gap is 10 years. The ratio at present is 3:4. It is 3:4. What will be the total of their ages? Quickly find out x. Difference between new. 3 minus 4 into gap 10 upon cross multiplication 1 into 4 minus 2 into 3. You get minus 1 into 10 upon minus 2. So in all you get 5. Yes or no? You get 5. So 5 you multiply with old ages. You get 5, 10. Now add 10 to it, 15 and 20. These are their present. So the sum is 35. Sum is 35. Now I think the idea is very clear to you. Either you do it by a long method, like this, the way I did my first question, but then you will have to do lot of steps to find out the value of x, or you directly find the value of x by applying this formula which I have written for you. Difference of new ratio into gap of two ratios upon difference of cross multiplication of old and new. Rest is history. You have understood. Hope you have liked my video. Okay, thank you.